China's semiconductor industry is navigating a complex landscape shaped by intensified U.S. export controls and a concerted push towards technological self-reliance. What are the U.S. export controls? One is expansion of Entity List. The U.S. Commerce Department has added nearly 140 Chinese technology companies to its export control list, primarily targeting those involved in semiconductor production. This action restricts these entities from accessing critical U.S. technologies without special licenses. Second is restrictions on advanced technologies. The U.S. has imposed limitations on the export of high-bandwidth memory chips and semiconductor manufacturing equipment to China, aiming to curb advancements in artificial intelligence and military applications. Global implications. Supply chain adjustments. The U.S. export controls are prompting a realignment of the global semiconductor supply chain, with companies reassessing partnerships and sourcing strategies to comply with new regulations. Market dynamics. The restrictions may lead to increased competition as China seeks to innovate domestically, potentially affecting global semiconductor pricing and availability. China's response. Firstly, advocating for domestic alternatives. In reaction to U.S. measures, major Chinese industry associations have urged local companies to reduce reliance on U.S. chips, citing security and reliability concerns. This initiative is part of a broader strategy to strengthen domestic semiconductor capabilities. Secondly, investment in self-reliance. China is accelerating efforts to develop an independent semiconductor supply chain, investing in local production and innovation to mitigate the impact of foreign restrictions. Despite challenges, China's semiconductor market is expected to grow, with revenues projected to reach approximately $280 billion by 2029, reflecting a compound annual growth rate of 9.51%. China plans to increase its semiconductor production capacity by 40% over the next 5 years, aiming to reduce dependency on foreign technology and bolster its position in the global market. In the future, China will no longer rely on chips based on American technology, nor will it need to buy high-end chips from other countries and Taiwan to provide manufacturing equipment. This means that China's unique institutional advantages have made fundamental breakthroughs in the field of chip manufacturing and have formed large-scale production capacity after 5 years of hard work, concentrating its efforts on major tasks and making all-out efforts to tackle key problems. In the future, China will no longer need regional semiconductor chip manufacturing equipment based on U.S. patents, U.S. technology, and U.S. and Western equipment. This also means that the U.S. chip blockade strategy against China has not only completely failed, but their chip blockade policy has forced China to make major breakthroughs in the chip field and achieve independent, autonomous, self-reliant, and self-sufficient chip design and manufacturing. This also means that a considerable part of the global chip technology and market in the future will rely on Chinese technology. The U.S. semiconductor industry will begin to decline from now on, and many countries in the world will abandon U.S. technology and products. In fact, just a few days ago, I found a telomere in a video interview with a famous senior semiconductor expert. The background of this interview is that although Huawei has been blocked from chips, it has not lacked high-end chips in the past 2 years. Under the host's question, he implicitly introduced the research and development and production technology level of Huawei's chips, and mentioned that Huawei has no shortage of 7nm and 5nm chips. The host asked a sensitive question: can Huawei produce 5nm chips by itself? He smiled and answered, "We can assume that this is the case." This statement is considered by many people that Huawei does not talk about chips, but now it does not lack chips, which means that it has made major breakthroughs in doing big things quietly. Today, many associations in the Chinese semiconductor industry also issued statements at the same time, believing that U.S. chip products are no longer safe and reliable, and relevant Chinese industries will be cautious in purchasing U.S. chips. In fact, I think this is in accordance with a unified deployment, and it is announced that China will no longer need chips based on U.S. technology. Just like Huawei suddenly released the Mate 60 Pro satellite phone on the day of the press conference of U.S. Commerce Secretary Raimondo's visit to China, the actions of many associations in the Chinese semiconductor industry are actually taking advantage of Biden's final crazy ban on U.S. chip trade with China, which is a disguised announcement that China already has its own cutting-edge chip design and manufacturing capabilities. From now on, China will completely get rid of its dependence on chips based on US technology, which is really encouraging. China has proved with actions and facts the prediction of the former CEO of ASML of the Netherlands that the ban on chip cooperation and trade with China will only force China to independently develop under pressure for less than a few years, and China may do it. Next, it will be American semiconductor companies. ASML, the world's monopoly on lithography machines, and even TSMC, Samsung of South Korea, and other semiconductor companies controlled by the United States are wailing. Although I dare not assert that they may go bankrupt in the future, it is certain that because they obey the orders of the United States, not only will their business be severely damaged, but they will also face powerful Chinese counterparts in the future. I still say that following the United States and acting as a tool of the United States will sooner or later bring bad luck. The EU has learned a profound lesson from the Russian-Ukrainian war, with the euro's share of global trade falling by more than half. Ukraine's lesson was even more painful. Looking further ahead, the lesson from the Afghan puppet government was also profound, and it once again gave the world a clear answer. Today's China cannot be defeated by any country. Send feedback side panels history saved.
After watching this video, don't forget to give it thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we post new content. Your support means a lot and helps our team create more videos like this. Thanks for watching.